Hello guys and welcome back. I don't know if this is going to be part of the CHR video in general or a separate part, but I just want to show you what the CHR looks like now compared to the original video when I first got it. Fantastic job done by Dr. Valet. I've done a few little bits here and there to it. Let's get through to it while we've still got some decent daylight. Look at that, it's like a different car. I'm over the moon with it. If you've seen the video before and you're looking at the video now, you will understand where I'm coming from. Please do go back and look at the previous video before watching this one. And it is absolutely fantastic. More so the interior, never mind the exterior. Let's get a look in the back. As remember, bit of sand and everything in the back. That is now no more. The seats have all been professionally wet vacked and dried, as well as the carpets. Really happy with that. And as you've seen, the disaster zone in the boot. Let's get a look in there. Look at that. Lovely. And this was the main piece. I don't know if you can see that because it's on the, obviously it's connected on the tassels, but you'll see that was absolutely terrible. And that's like new now. You all remember around the front, we'll go to the passenger side. Lovely. Absolutely lovely, that is. Over the moon with it. So, we'll jump in and we'll go into a little bit more detail, shall we? It's currently beeping to let us know because I've got the engine switched on, even though it's running in electric mode, but I've got the key in my pocket. So we'll jump in. And I just want to run through a few things with this car. So, I am over the moon with the specs of this thing. To say it's just an icon spec, it is fully loaded. I've actually done over 500 miles on this car now. And honestly, this adaptive cruise has a few things I will say you need in your life, and if you haven't tried it, you need to try it. Number one, I'll keep this one simple. Automatic main beam. You can switch it on and off down there. Yeah, it's fitted to most spec Toyotas now, but it is great. It uses the camera up there in here, so when you're driving along on a dark road, it automatically puts your main beam on, high beam. As soon as a car comes in the distance or a car pulls out from a junction up ahead, it detects that and puts them back to stib beam. Once they clear out your path or a car comes towards you and goes past you, main beam comes back on. It is great. I will say I'll give it a 9 out of 10. There's been a 1 in 10 times it catches out. For example, if a little moped is coming the other way with a very dull light, or a vehicle with very poor lights, as in like maybe one light out and the other one's quite dull, it doesn't quite recognise that for some reason, and it'll keep the main beam on. But all you've got to do is just pull it towards you once and it deactivates it, as you see there. So that's no big deal, doesn't bother us. That's the easiest one to explain, but what I will say is two things are fantastic. Well, actually, number one point I will say is the fact it's just a general Toyota hybrid. So easy and straightforward to drive, it's just unbelievable. Pull away from each junction in electric, bang, instant torque, instant power. You just know you're getting out. It is so powerful for what you think it actually is. So yeah, definitely that. But second of all, this adaptive cruise control, it is absolutely fantastic. It'll tell you in a second, radar ready, also known as radar cruise control, which you can obviously adapt your gap from the car in front, how close it monitors the car in front of you. That, I will say, in heavy traffic on a busy motorway, even with that on, it is great. You just set it to 60 or 70, whatever speed you wish to drive at, and the car just does its own thing. If the car in front goes down to 40, you go down to 40. If the car in front goes up to 50, 60, you go up to whatever speed you're set to. If they come to a total stop, it brings you to a stop. It will set you back off again when they move. You basically don't need to touch your pedals. Unbelievable, I will say. fantastic in all conditions. Obviously not at 30 mile an hour, but at normal road speeds, anything over 30 mile an hour, it works. And I'm telling you what, mind, you know me with cars and technology, I don't like a lot of stuff. That is an absolute godsend. Love it, love it. Followed by something I hated in my L200, lane assist. You can just see it coming on there. Steering assist active, they call it, basically. If you're driving on country roads, what I love with these Toyotas, which you couldn't do on the Mitsubishi, is when it's off, that little switch down there, little on the bottom corner, when it's off all the time. When it's on all the time. The Mitsubishi was very, very annoying with that, because every damn time you got in it, you had to re-switch it off. Otherwise, every time you went too close to a white line, beep, 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 beep. Really annoying. Pointless. Shit. Hated it. But with this, it's called actually steering lane assist. Assisted steering. Basically, if you drift towards the white line, it will beep. And then it will actually correct it for you. It will actually turn the steering for you and bring you back into the lane. So I'm not shitting you here. You can put the cruise control on to 60, 70 mile an hour, have all your feet off the pedals, and it will stop and start for you. And you can actually take your hands off the wheel. And when it detects you getting near the white line into the other lane, it will actually steer you back into a straight line. Effectively, it's not full self-drive like some of these Teslas, but I'm not joking you. You can actually drive along at 70 mile an hour with no feet on the pedals and no hands on the steering wheels. I do not recommend that, guys. Before any salty comments come through on private land, you can actually let this car drive you itself. It's not quite their Tesla standards, but it's not far off being a self-driving car. Bloody fantastic. And if this was the XL model, it parks itself as well. Unbelievable. I've never known anything as good as that before. As well as, looking at the buttons here, your standard speed limiter, which you can set, which is great. It keeps you bang on the speed, and I love that big speedo as well. But yeah, that is a great feature to have. Yeah, standard speed limiter, as well as if you double press this one, that's radar cruise control, and if you hold it in, if you notice the little car disappears from it, then you press it again, there's a car next to the little symbol, and then you press it once, hold it in, just bear with us. That's, yeah, there, that's standard cruise control, just like a normal car. So you've got standard cruise, radar cruise, speed limiter, lane assist, and that's your radar distance. Honestly, and as well as the automatic main beam, automatic lights, automatic wipers, I'm telling you, this thing is just on another level of quality product. And I couldn't care less what anybody says. Toyota and Lexus really have the bag sewn up, I think, way above any of these German cars. Say what you want, Mercedes, BMW, all that. As far as I'm concerned, you can keep them. They're just, I don't know. For me, these are where it is. Apart from they can rust underneath, like all Japanese cars. But to be honest, most German premium cars rust badly anyway underneath now. So yeah, definitely the spec on this thing. Oh, as well as the full Bluetooth and all the rest of it. Yeah, I know all these other higher spec cars have fancy things on. Yeah, fair enough. It's got your, obviously your hold, yeah, full electric vehicle mode, which it'll probably not let with. Oh, it is today, that's working. If you look down there at the bottom, EV mode. Full EV mode, on and off, and you can do up to 40 miles on that on full electric, which I think is great. And as well as your 1 foot driving, as well as your regen braking, where you can actually gain bars on your battery, charge your battery instead of using your brake discs and pads. Aircon, climate control, so easy and simple to use. Real buttons, I love this. Thumbs up for that. And this entertainment system touchscreen, I just think is great. It's not too intrusive, it's just how you want it to be. Auto dipped in mirror. And remember, you know, 4 electric windows, I know I've been through, but remember guys, this is a bottom spec car, man. You know, it's absolutely loaded. You couldn't ask for any more. The only thing which I would have liked a bit more, which is ridiculous, is you've got your, I'm just getting it out of your pocket. It's contactless start, so you push button start down there. But you've got to faff on with the buttons to unlock. It would be nice to have just contactless entry. You've got to still, you can get in the car and start without having to have the key in your, as long as you've got the key in your pocket, you're fine. But you've still got to faff on pressing these buttons to open and close it. It would be nice if you could just walk up to the car and pull the handle and it opens. It does on the next spec up, but they've put enough in here. They may as well have just gone one step further, you know. But yeah, let us know what you think. I am absolutely 10 out of 10 impressed with this car. I've done a lot of miles in it. I've done a lot of use through it. But unfortunately, here's my decision. I'm going to sell it. as you know, I've got the ZX, got the ML, got the Altea, got the van, potentially getting the little Ford Fusion. That'll just be to move on. So I don't know where this fits in. And we've got Holly's car to use on a weekend. So unfortunately, when would it be used? Would I pile me filthy dogs into the back of here when I've got the van or the Altea or the ML or Holly's car? No, I'm not. So when are we going to use it? We rarely go anywhere, just me and Holly. It's always the kids and the dogs. I can't tow the caravan with it. So I think it's a lot of outlay. I might just have to move it on, make a little bit of money towards me kitty when I go towards buying other cars. I'm not making big money on this, guys. I just couldn't pass up the opportunity of having the chance and using this vehicle and to tick the life box to say I've owned my second newest vehicle in my life. Plus, I know somebody who's really interested in it, who I can have a hassle-free sale and also continue to gain a customer. Because if I sell this car to a stranger, the car's gone. If I sell it to a customer, it stops in the loop and I keep a customer, where otherwise he's going to go and buy a car from a garage and then he'll probably get sucked into some service plan and I'll lose a customer. So I'm not only giving the car a good home, I'm keeping a continuing customer. So we'll see. That's up in the air. And he's tempted me with his car if he buys this one. So I could potentially have another new car to fill this one's gap, plus the Fusion, to do a bit of channel content. That's what I'm saying, guys. I need to keep it coming. You might be like, oh, Dan, you're buying a car, you're getting rid of it. You're buying a car, you're getting rid of it. Yeah, that keeps the channel going. If I had the same car all the time, you would be bored. You'd be like, oh, I'm sick to death of that car. Get another one. You know, you need to keep the fleet changing. I need to keep content coming. Otherwise, we don't have a channel, do we? So we'll leave it there. Let us know your thoughts. Do you think the Dr. Val guy's done a good job? I personally think he's done absolutely fantastic for what he's charged us. So please leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Am I an idiot for buying the car? Am I an idiot for selling the car? Should I keep it? Should I not? Let me know. It's there for the comments. And also, hit the like button if you've enjoyed watching this. And if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe. And before anybody says, keeping this bit till the end, Dan, why do you never put facts and figures and prices and stuff on the channel? Well, guys, there's some stuff for me to know and some stuff you want to be blurting out to the public. I do enough. I make next to no money doing the YouTube channel. Pennies on the advertising. I tell you all sorts of trade secrets, which I shouldn't do. I'm talking myself out of a job. I give you knowledge. I tell you what to buy, what not to buy. I show you the insight of me working day every day. I show you me family, me kids, me dogs, me dad, everybody. I put enough of my private life out there for you guys for entertainment. And I know a few of you have said, well, how much have you paid for the car? How much have you made for the car? That's my business, guys. I'm sorry, but maybe when I've got a 90 or 100,000 subscribers out there and I can call YouTube my real job, then I might start calling out some figures. But at the end of the day, this is a hobby. I'm just letting you have an insight into my daily life in a garage and what cars I get. And as you know, I generally buy these cars myself. I'm not a trader. I've paid for this car with my own money. Like all the other cars, and then obviously I'm not making big money on them. I'm just doing a favour. I'll show you on the logbook. I've never even put the logbook into my name because I've let Pat's let me use this car until I decide what I'm doing with it. And then when I decide I want to do with it, keep it, sell it for her, keep it for myself. So I've gone through a few stages of the ownership of this car where it was her car and she was just letting me use it. Then I've decided I will have it, and then now I've decided I think I'll move it on. And it's all done legitimately between friends and customers. I'm not dealing with the public. As you know, most of my vehicles I buy and swap between friends, family and customers. So I just want to put that one out there. No, I'm not going to start going to the end of it and going, oh, I've made X amount of pounds on this car and X amount of pounds on that car. I was either A, I'm going to get criticism for not making enough and wasting me time doing it, or I could get criticism saying I'm ripping this off or doing that, and I don't want that shit. I'm sorry, but this is my business. What I do is not business, it's a hobby. I'll tell people information who I know personally face to face, but I'm not blurting it all out live on the internet. Sorry, ain't gonna happen. So if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but that's just the way I run the channel, and I always have done from the beginning. Like, I don't blab on about what prices I charge in the garage. If you're interested in wanting a job done, you know how to contact us, and I'll tell you the price. I'm not going to have this where people are just sending, how much to service a Ford Galaxy? And I just go, oh, £200. And they're like, oh, well, there's a garage down the road, I'll do it for £50. Don't care. If you're interested enough to want to use me, contact me directly. I will give you a price or whatever, and that's fine. But I don't blurt out any prices. As you know, I tell you how I do stuff and how I do it, and I think that's enough. End of the rant there. I'll catch you in another video, guys. Thanks for watching.